Imagine if you could grow your triceps without even going to the gym. Let me show you how to do it. I will teach you how to grow your triceps without needing traditional weights. We will rely on two things: the floor and dip bars. This set of exercises is great for those who've got some training experience already, but it's not the perfect fit for total beginners. I will walk you through 5 exercises that you can integrate to your current workout routine, or if you want to mix things up. They are designed to strengthen and to grow your triceps using nothing more than your own body weight. This exercise is called skull crushers, and for this one you need a bar. I'm having here dip bars, and this can be modified to easier and harder depending on the height of the bar. So the higher the bar is, the easier this exercise will be, and the lower the bar is, the harder it will be. So we start with grabbing the bar with a shoulder width grip. I'm using my thumbs over the bar, so not under, because this will make it easier to tuck in my elbows, which we want. And the further you step back with your feet, the harder this one will get. So I will show you this one first and then an easier variation. Now you want to bend your elbows, tuck in your elbows so they are not pointing out like this. And when I'm bending, I want to squeeze my forearm with my biceps. So I'm not stopping here, I'm squeezing them together as much as I can and then pushing back up, like this. And if this is too hard for you, you can step in with your feet a little bit, but try to still have pressure between your hands and the bar. So you don't stand here and have all the weight in your feet. So you still want weights in your hands towards the bar. But it's okay to flex your hip like this a little bit, as long as you have as much weights in your hands as possible. Next up is narrow push-ups. This one can be modified. The harder variation will be on your feet, and the easier one will be on your knees. I will first show you the harder one. So the starting position will be placing your hands on the floor, shoulder width apart, on your feet. And now when you do the push-up, I want you to keep your elbows tucked in as close to your body as possible. Like this. Push back up. Of course, this is not only targeting your triceps, it's also chest and shoulders, but the narrow push-up is targeting the triceps more than if you would do a wider one, for example. That will be targeting your chest more. Also remember here, same as the skull crushers, try to squeeze the forearm and the biceps as close as possible to each other, stretching that triceps out for bigger range of motion. And like I said, if this is too hard for you, you can easily do this one on your knees, like this. Next up is dips. And for this one, you need dip bars, of course. Instead of doing the regular straight parallel bar dips, I want you now to angle them a little bit like a V, if that's possible. Because when doing normal dips, of course, the dips is not targeting only the triceps, it's also chest and shoulders. But when we are angling the dip bars like a V, it will target the triceps a little bit more. So that's why we're doing it. So this makes your arms stay closer to your body, which is good. And starting now in the dip position, come down, try to flex your elbows as much as possible, squeeze forearms and biceps together, push back up. If it's too hard to do the dips like this unassisted, you can place a resistance band to get assistance. It's time for some triceps extensions on the floor. So the starting position will be the same as the narrow push-ups, but the execution will be different. And this one is pretty hard, even for me, to do it on the feet, depending on how low you go. So the lower you go on this one, and the further back you have your feet, the harder it will get. I will show you first on the knees. So shoulder width apart, and now you will aim to get your elbows down to the floor. And then, as deep as you can, squeeze the forearm and the biceps together again, and then push back up. Like this. And if you feel really strong, you're welcome to try on your feet, but this is heavy. Last but not least, chair dips. So for this one you need a chair or a stool or something similar. So Start with your feet on the floor. Place your hands close to each other. Tuck in the elbows and keep the arms close to your body at all times. Come down, stretch, extend the tricep, and then push back up. You don't need to go extremely deep here because that will only stretch your shoulders. So aim for 90 degrees, push back up. If this is too easy for you, you can bring another chair or a stool or something. Put your feet elevated and then do the same thing. When using one of these exercises, make sure you do at least 8 reps each set, all the way up to 15 reps to hit the hypertrophy, which will lead to increased muscle mass. So do the level or the progression of each exercise where you can manage 8 reps times 3 sets. To really see your triceps grow and gain strength, aim to work on these at least 2 times per week. Hope this helps you, and if you want to work out more with us, check out our workout plans in the description and make sure you subscribe to our channel.